Hello everybody and welcome back to our Medieval Total War Glorious Achievements campaign with the Holy Roman Empire. And it is quite a patchwork of an empire that we are attempting to hold together here. As you can see, we have been eaten away at by civil war, by Danish invasion, by Spanish reemergence, and just by the sheer randomness of, let's say, a Byzantine bribe of Tuscany, which left us unable to connect our forces to our current, essentially, capital of Rome, where our king and heir are residing with probably our best, single stack army right here at the moment. What we have on the slate for today is to attempt to keep pushing back against the Danish king. We've got him up in Saxony at the moment. We had been in Pomerania. We'd gotten him over there, and he's been forced to flee on several occasions here. Eager to retreat, good runner, strange. But our own general here, Lord Blankenberg, has also got some bad traits. Doubtful courage now, alongside unhinged loon. Now he does have brave beyond belief and natural leader to somewhat counteract these. We've got a total of 9 negative morale traits and, let's see, 5 positive morale traits. So that's overall better than what this guy has. With something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a total of -6. We've got something like a total of -4, right? So it's marginally better if he sticks around. Obviously, the goal here is to drive the Danes into a civil war or just eliminate the faction, because they have been causing us a lot of problems lately, ever since they started war with us after dropping our alliance when the Hungarians attacked. So it's kind of a crazy campaign. On the other hand, the Byzantines, I think, are just about done for here, which is interesting, but I'm afraid it's going to work with the Danes. We can see the Danes do have a naval presence in the eastern Mediterranean now, and they've been going after North Africa as well. I imagine they may be very close to Egypt. Currently, they're not at war with the Byzantines, but they may be soon, and if their fleets are accurate, at least what I can see, then that suggests that they're very soon going to be conquering some of this very rich territory and going to war with the Horde, who they are currently neutral to. And that could just be bad for me. The Horde has been keeping the Byzantines preoccupied, keeping them away from me, keeping the Hungarians preoccupied as well. So that's been all to the good. But we need to really help out with the Danes in the west. In terms of our glorious achievement points, I mean, we're doing okay. We're currently the leader, but look at how much we're expected to make next turn. I think that's a total of 9 points. Whereas the Danes, the next time they check in, what is that? 8, 16, 24, 28 points total. So in a few, in a few cycles, 50 years or so, they should be even with us if this holds roughly as it is. We also have this outpost in Aragon. We're just going to keep that for the moment, keep training stuff, and see if we can detect any opportunities to branch out. I'm kind of tempted to go for Valencia. This is a really rich province. It's currently making the Danes over 1,000. Now, probably a lot of that is trade, because I suspect they've got ships here. But some of it's going to be, this 80%, improved farmland. We can't tell how much money any of these buildings are making, unfortunately, but they've got a lot of upgrades, and this would be a great place to take. However, it would be a couple of problems. It would be a river battle if we were to invade from Aragon. And even though they only have a couple of units here, I don't feel like that would be a great battle. I want to preserve my army as much as I can. The other thing is, I don't want to get counterattacked in Aragon. I'd rather fight like hell for this place and fall back to the Citadel only if necessary. And the Danes could probably bring in units from all over the map to attack me if they sensed weakness there. So we're just going to end the year, see if the Danish king retreats somewhere else this turn, or if he's going to stand and fight again. We do outnumber them. It looks like roughly 3-2 in Saxony. I kind of wouldn't mind them retreating somewhere else, but it looks like they're moving stuff around, so they may stand and fight. Yeah, okay. The king is still there at the moment. Okay, that's good. Yeah, see that force back to Genoa, that big stack? That's the kind of thing that could hit us in Aragon and remove our presence in Iberia, so I want to avoid that. Alright, yes, we lost Pomerania. No surprises there. and the Danes withdraw in Saxony. Great. So we're relieving the the siege here. This is not a gain. This is not a chance for us to loot stuff, but it means at least we save the province. We also finally lose Friesland. We had this totally deserted for a very long time. The Danes finally get around to taking it. And, okay, the Hungarians are invading us in Franconia. Okay. This is a big, broad, open field battle. I don't feel like there's any point in fighting it. We will just auto-calc. Let's retreat to the stronghold. We could go back down and hit them. And the Spanish are retreating in Burgundy. So this was the other thing. I had just moved all of my guys out of Milan in the last episode. Brought them up to Burgundy. The Danes withdrew and held out in the fort. What I'm hoping to do here is to starve them out so they will lose this 6 command general. And this should happen not this turn, but the one after. So the Spanish attacked. I'm not sure if this is going to reset the siege timer. We'll see. Oh, okay, we won one. We sunk 2 ships. That's just a bark, by the way, so that's great. Alright, the Hungarians are winning in Croatia, and Burgundy's about to fall. Great. Okay, so this means we've got it. This is going to fall the next turn, and they're going to lose Lord Slemby, the Duke of Castile. Yeah, 6-star general, highly educated. Now, he is a glutton. He does have doubtful courage, so all of this stuff would be, you know, counting against him if we actually fought on the battlefield. But I think the 6 stars, it's really important to get rid of that. They've meanwhile moved in a few forces. They've got some guys in Ile-de-France and Anjou. But here's what I'm thinking. They've just brought their prince back. He may want to move into Milan or Provence, right? These are the 2 that are adjacent. And that may give us an opportunity, because we could strike either of those from Burgundy, and we could take out one of the royal family. So I think that's what I'm leaning towards doing. Okay, and the Danes... Okay, the Danish king is going to Friesland. Let's see. I'm really tempted to go to Denmark, because this has come under no pressure at all. And it would get me up into Sweden and Norway, and I could trash these places. I don't know how well developed they are, but there's, you know, there's definitely a keep here. Yeah, retreats often. That just got worse, didn't it? Yeah, that was eager to retreat. And so, okay. I don't think this affects the king. It just says -1 loyalty. I think that's only for the general who has this trait. Since it's on a king in this case, I don't know. Would this mean that everybody loses 1 shield of loyalty in the faction? That would be great. I kind of don't think so. It almost seems like it'd be too good to be true. But some of these guys look like they're less loyal than they could be. I can't check the loyalty of these guys. I mean, he's doing great. That's the other reason it would be good to get rid of him. Okay, and we've got a couple of princesses in Normandy for some reason. Let's move them down here so I can see the armies if I end up attacking into either of these provinces. And we'll bring a princess over to... Well, now let's go over to Sweden, because we have not been able to see this for a very long time. My emissary, what was he doing, by the way? Was I moving him just up to Norway? Can't remember. He's on a mission. We'll let him go on with that. And now the question, yeah, do we want to go over to Friesland? They don't have a ship here, so the only place he can retreat is to Flanders. And if we move up the following turn, we might just be able to get up there to corner him up around Normandy. It could work out. Okay, so the Almohads are still in play, but this is probably their last province. Let's go over to Tunisia. I definitely saw the Danes going down here. It may have been an attack that failed, but I have a feeling it's successful, and we're going to find some Danish forces there. Because this looks like the entire Almohad army, like, for several generations. Like, the king and all of his sons and brothers and uncles. Even from the early period, Gulam bodyguards, just nothing but that. Well, that's a real shame, but if we can maybe get a civil war going... if only I had, like, more spies. Do I have any spies? We've got one up in Saxony. There's not a port here, though. How about this? We can get him to Denmark, and then we're going to send him down to Cordoba, because this place does not have any border forts, and loyalty is fairly low. Let's go over to Portugal next, see what that looks like. Actually, we could move him down to Algeria. Let's do that, because this is okay. 1 year, we could get him down here, maybe get enough to get a little loyalist revolt going, and just make life a little bit harder for the Danes. So we're continuing to train in Aragon. So far, got a couple of Pavese crossbowmen. I think it might make sense to keep going with like Spanish Jeannettes, because this is a pretty good unit, and we're losing like 500 a turn, minus 498. So there's no end in sight for our troubles. But let's take a look at this. We've got a few men we can leave behind here in Saxony to keep things fairly happy. I think I'll move. We need someone who's loyal. Okay, you can stay behind, and you'll probably take charge. We're going to leave the Pavese crossbows, just any kind of small units that are really under strength. I feel like I want to bring my Swabians with me, though. But yeah, you Genoese sailors. Maybe even these arbalesters. Let's keep looking, though, for the moment. Yeah, how about 54 fanatics? And yeah, 28 of these guys. That's 102. So, here we go. Great, and we're almost certain to be, you know, attacked from the east. But we're going to Friesland. We'll see if that's going to work. And we may get counterattacked here by the Danes and the Spanish, but they're not allied. So that's the thing I was a little worried about when I saw the Spanish come down here, that they might be allied with the Danes, but they are not. So they're not going to show up unless it's a real three-way battle. They're not going to show up, you know, in support of them. But this guy is undoubtedly my best general at the moment. He is the Duke of Milan for now. Probably going to lose that very soon. But he's still got his 6 command stars regardless. We got some feudal knights, a couple of units of those. We haven't really seen any action with this army, so not quite sure how they're going to match up. Otherwise, in Rome, do we want to stop here in terms of recruiting? We can't do anything with these armies, and we can't even move them out of here, even if we build a port, as long as there's these ships. So I kind of think we just hold Rome. We just sit here. We've got a stack, right? Forget these 2 spearmen for the moment. We've got, you know, 4 chivalric sergeants, 4 chivalric men-at-arms, 2 crossbows, 2 Genoese sailors, a couple of mounted crossbows, a couple of mounted sergeants, a couple of royal knights. This feels like a pretty good army. But the thing we are thinking about doing now is this. Well, I've been lamenting the absence of spies. We could get Valor 1 assassins, we could get Valor 0 spies, and we could get inquisitors. Let's do a little of everything. We'll get a bunch of these guys, those 2 anyway. I'm not sure that assassins are going to play that much of a role, but maybe we'll take the opportunity to train a few of them as time goes on. We got some more caravels going in Antioch, trying to hold on to the Eastern Med. All right, that was a big move out of Pomerania somewhere. Okay, all right. So we've got assassins roaming around. That's going to make inquisitors a little harder to use. All right, and that's also unfortunate. This is Saxony, so they've invaded us from the east, as we expected. I think we want to just go back to the province. You know, I'm encouraged by the fact that these armies don't really look that threatening anymore. You know, the biggest concern is just the, you know, the Viking units that they've got, as well as the archers. You know, kind of like any army, the Vikings are the bigger issue, but I think Cav can deal with them pretty well, as long as we have it. So we'll just go to the stronghold for this one. And yep, the Danes are going to withdraw out of Friesland. So where's the king going to go? I think he has to go to Flanders. I don't think he can retreat backwards to... Well, maybe he can, right? Because we retreated out of here first. So let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay. We lost our caravel there. But this Barks keeps winning. All right, and this is where the king is. Okay, so he went to Flanders. That's good, I think. Alright, we're about to lose Croatia, and we finally got rid of that general in Burgundy. The fort fell as well. And we got 3 years for Franconia. Alright. I mean, the Golden Horde now has access to Constantinople. I don't know that that's going to do them that much good. The thing with them that I'm not sure about is, you know, do they train units, actually? It seems like... kind of seems like they do, and maybe they can even train these guys. I don't know at all how their training works. You know, obviously they spawn a bunch of units in the beginning. I get the feeling that they sometimes get spawned additional units after that initial strikeout, but maybe that's not correct. But yeah, after that they tend to fizzle out and they don't build very much. But that could just be that they're totally broke. So now they have Constantinople. You know, and they've held that for a few years. Maybe they're in a better position than I would think. Meanwhile, the Hungarians are moving into Central Europe here to become the bigger power, but they still haven't bothered to take back their homeland of Hungary itself. And now we're losing 1,000. Okay, I think Saxony and Franconia were bigger parts of my economy than I had thought. Now they've left Bohemia completely empty here. But I don't have anything in range to deal with it. Okay, let's just keep going here. We're going to go down to Flanders again. Friesland did not get a chance to build anything. And it doesn't look like there's anything in Flanders either, although to be fair, I can't really see what is in the province. So that could just be mistaken. Alright, so theoretically, there's a chance the king might move down to Ile-de-France, right? So we want to go and just move everything right up there. I can't tell if this is their prince anymore. Okay, we've got 2 agents in Sweden. I guess that explains where the emissary was going. Let's move her over to Norway. I know that Sweden has a castle and looks pretty well developed, so this is going to be worth raiding if we can ever get that opportunity. And we've got our spy in Denmark. Okay, interesting. Very low taxes here, and it's only 133% loyalty. I mean, yes, part of that's my spy, but that's surprising, even with this half stack here. So let's go to Cordoba. I'm a little, you know, hesitant to go to Portugal because if there's an assassin there, he could just take out my spy, right? Oh gosh, this is terrible. Yep, influence is very low. But we do have another spy. However, it's going to be very difficult to move them. Where are the ports without border forts? Because this has a border fort, so we can't move a spy here reliably. We can't do it here. I guess we got to move them through Tuscany and hope for the best. Okay, so we're attacking Ile-de-France. This is a river crossing, so this could be an issue. Maybe it would be better to attack Burgundy then. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to have this screwed up. We don't have a great force for attacking across a river. And if they bring down all of these forces into Ile-de-France, then it'll be a big army indeed, and I'd rather not withdraw these forces. We're gonna get him down here in Ile-de-France, and then we'll corner him. Okay. So we may just lose Saxony. How long is this going to hold out? 3 years? Yeah, not great. It's a castle. It doesn't have a ring wall apparently, so we don't have that extra layer of defense. What are you? Okay, another longboat. Longboats are fast, but they're kind of not great. 1 attack, 1 defense. Again, if the stats mean anything, which I don't know if they do. Barks are as fast as longboats, but better defense. So it's better for me to just sit here and wait for them to attack. I'm kind of tempted to move this caravel, but let's leave him here for the moment. And we'll just rely on our barks to defend. And it might be worth... yeah, we'll go for another Caravel. They've got a 3 defense. And we're, of course, going to be losing a lot of money. Okay. Alright, attacking into Flanders, attacking into Anjou. Oh, man. I would love to see them just begin to collapse. Just a civil war. Get some rebels in between us. Okay, Golden Horde is going up into Poland, is that it? Alright, they're going to retreat. Let's see where. Alright, we're being assaulted in Franconia. I don't have the heart to play this one out. I think this is just a keep with maybe stone walls. Let's see, did I even get... No, I didn't even get that far. So we'll just auto-calc. We're going to lose it. And there goes Franconia. Okay, the Danes have withdrawn into the castle in Anjou. And they've decided not to follow up on their very tiny attack of Aragon. Interesting. It looks like they're moving troops back into Spain and Genoa. Okay, yeah, they're invading Venice. I knew that was going to come, so we're not going to get our caravel built there, sadly. But we're winning some of these engagements, but look at that. They've got a lot more boats to throw at us. Nope, we're not going to pay for ransom. And Burgundy has a bandit presence. Good. I hope the Spanish can capitalize on that. Or even the Italians. Yeah, there goes the Almohads. Okay, Croatia has fallen. Saxony may fall, but, you know, we've lost it before. And what are you? You just got... Okay, yeah. I thought it was unfair that he got the eager to retreat, but then I've been retreating into my stronghold pretty consistently here. So I guess that's fair. And this is just a unit of crossbows. Well, hopefully the Spanish will come down and take it. And the Hungarians, it looks like they're pretty strung out, right? Let's check their alliances. They're allied with the Danes and the Italians and, you know, the Spanish and the papacy in Novgorod. But they're at war with me and the Golden Horde. And I'm not sure quite where the Horde has gone. Okay, Norway is very poorly upgraded. And this is probably because they've got this Valor bonus for the Vikings. And a lot of times the AI will just not develop these provinces beyond what is required to train the unit that gets the bonus. So in this case, Vikings you can recruit out of a fort, and so they built the fort. Now they're getting the Valor bonus, and they feel no need to improve it beyond that. That is one of the unfortunate features, apparently, of this game. Okay, so question now. Do we go for Ile-de-France? I know it seems like a little silly to not just go for the king again. We should probably do that. We'll go for Normandy. We'll force them to do something. And if they leave, then we can destroy the port. And that's going to be important for them. So we'll get rid of that. And yes, I'll just destroy the border watchtower there. Right, and we're holding on to Friesland still. They're very slow to retake these, so that's very nice. But yeah, if I attack Ile-de-France, right, we could do that. That would be a river battle, though, again. And the chance is that the king might be there. I'm going to try to hold out in Anjou. You know, there's a possibility that we may be hit by both of these armies. Pretty much everybody who can reach it. But this is an inland province, so we're not going to get any sudden surprises. This guy's a charismatic leader, but a glutton. And he's got his fair share of peasants and spearmen and kind of basic units. Whereas, you know, I've got archers and some really strong cav. I don't have a good line is the problem. I've got these. I've got a unit of swords. But yeah, otherwise it's very, very sketchy. Well, I think we could manage it. The king is probably not going to come down and try to relieve this siege. This army's kind of small, so I think we could hold out if they do a counterattack into Anjou. All right, but we got to keep training in Aragon. So did I queued this up really? Oh, that's right, because we did multiple things. So now we can train swords, and let's do a sword unit. I will, in order to make room for that, well, we'll eventually get rid of one of these units. No sense in disbanding them just yet. Alright, Burgundy, that's fine. Very low in Provence. And again, they're not taking Provence. Okay, we are getting a counterattack, but it's not everything. That is interesting. Friesland is lost, okay. Normandy, the Danes withdraw. Great, now the king does not have a... Well, he could retreat to either of these two, I guess. Okay, we've got Normandy and Anjou. Alright, we could kill him here. Right, in theory. 21 men. His only other cav is this 36 mounted sergeants. What do we have? And we're defending, so we can actually use these siege weapons. Although I think probably I'm not going to use this ballista. There's literally 2 guys on it. But the trebuchet I'll keep. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we've got some jabagi. We've got some guns. I probably don't need all these archers. Then again... Yeah, the big issue is going to be dealing with just all of the infantry guys that are going to come charging at us. We've got 1, 2, 3 infantry guys. And we really don't have that much else, right? We don't need you here. Woodmen are kind of nice. I mean, they're a very good unit, but there's not enough of them to make much of a difference here, I think. And, geez, I think we'd rather have the feudal knights rather than the mounted crossbows. Let's go like that, and like that. And we'll swap out those guys for some more archers. Okay, something like that. I guess we'll do it. Now, if we kill the king here, of course, we're not done, but that does help things out, I think. The one danger is he just withdraws, or we rat him off the field and can't catch him. So I guess that I probably shouldn't have taken away that cav, the lighter cav rather. Okay, we want to attack. Oh, that's right. It's a defense, so we can't decide how we're attacking. Okay, so our guns are going to be useless. That's fine. The weather in this game changes really quickly. So you might have rain for a few minutes, and then you get a break, and then you can use your guns again. So that could be nice. I don't think we want to fight in the woods. They've got lots of Vikings who are not going to be disadvantaged by that. So I'll set you up here. Fire at will. Let's go with our lower valor guys. I don't know. Sort of thinking maybe we want the low valor guys up front and the high valor guys on the flanks. So we'll just group you like that. And we'll put you like back and on the flank here, and back and on the flank here. And the guns, I just don't know what to do with them. They're probably... We'll take them off fire at will. And we'll keep him on engage at will, actually, because this is kind of an infantry unit. So we'll keep him like here to flank. And if that changes, we can reform them. Okay, we've got our 100 chivalric sergeants, and we've got our 49 chivalric sergeants. Let's kind of set up back from the trebuchet. If they get to the trebuchet, they can have it, I'm kind of thinking. And at least it'll be harder for them to flank, maybe. Let's put you actually over here, and then the swords can go here. In the middle. Alright. And Royal Knights. Can we dismount any of these guys? No. Just curious. Okay, and then we've got the Jabagi, so... Let's keep them also over here. And also on engage at will. We're right up against the back of the map, so there's not going to be a whole lot of room to skirmish anyway. But here's all of our feudal knights. I guess we'll keep them all together on the left. Okay. Let's change where our flag is going to appear. I guess we want those reinforcements right by the trebuchet. Alright. Let's now get you guys all formed up and wheeled around, so they're going to totally avoid our beautiful trebuchet formation. Okay, maybe not. Alright, they're sending on in a weird little formation with these Vikings first. My cav should have been over there. I should have been thinking about that. Well, I think we can handle it. We'll pin them with the chivalric sergeants and send in our 6th Valor general from the flank. With the bad morale of their army, I'm hoping we're gonna get a quick rout. Yeah, they didn't even hit them. All right, that's great. And get back into formation, please. Taking some losses. Oh no, we're just the sound of the horses neighing when they're hit really throws me off. Okay, I don't know if we managed to get any kills with the trebuchet, but I'm happy with his firing. Okay, spearmen are charging in, so we can hit them with both of these units, and that should be nice. Archers are now running away. We get mounted sergeants in the back. They may just decide to flee the field, right? They may just figure, get our king out of here. We can't hope to contain this. Get you up on the flank, and you as well. Oh yeah, are they going to turn and rout? I do feel like hitting the archers. Oh yeah. Let's pull the cav back. And the infantry too, we'll get you right over here. Okay, let's stop the trebuchet, actually. I've still got a full unit of feudal knights. It would be great if we could keep them. Let's hit the archers in the flanks here with those feudal knights, and when they turn, we'll hit them with the other unit. All right, all these guys are routing, so we'll come back to the front. All right, they're losing. And what do we got here? Feudal sergeants, Vikings, 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 and their king. And this is just peasants. Okay, they've got a unit of spearmen too. Alright, it'd be nice if this were to wrap up sooner. Okay. Take it, and we'll march you kind of slowly. Just don't want to use up all of your fatigue. And I do want these guys to keep coming. So we've got, it looks like 5 Valor, maybe more, on their king. But, you know, the question is he going to even stand and fight? Let's go after the peasants with the swordsman. Maybe that'll make him charge. And what I want to do is, let's get the mounted sergeants. Yeah. That's going to pull them over. Okay. But we need to get our feudal knights free. Do not charge them. Do not charge them. Alright, what are you doing? Over here. right? Oh, come on, don't get caught. Okay, I think we've got all the cav accounted for. And what else can we bring? The Jobigi? Let's run them over here. Mounted sergeants are running away. They may come back. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna get our feudal sergeants hit, so let's use you over here. Okay, nope, we gotta deal with the mounted sergeants first. Alright, let's hit their general in the back. We may lose a decent amount of knights. Let's focus everything on the feudal men-at-arms, feudal sergeants here. And we've got feudal knights in the back. Alright, we should get them. We should get them. They're not running yet. Let's hit these peasants. One, good. Don't rout yet, buddy. Alright, feudal sergeants are running, so all you archers just stop. Jabagi, just stop, and let's do some flanking with you. How about that? And, yeah, the peasants are running away, so let's get the mounted sergeants. Alright, get him. Get him, get him, get him. Well, let's focus on getting as many as we can of the enemy. They don't have any reinforcements. There are some Vikings over here I wouldn't mind going after. If we get him, we get him, right? If not, he gets another another potentially bad morale trait. We lost a lot of knights, though. Hopefully some of them will come back. I'm sure some of it was me throwing my javelins in, trying to kill the king. Which is why it would be awesome if we would kill him. 43 chivalric sergeants. Ah, screw you.
The enemy king is
okay,
taken.
we got him.
And now it's at your mercy.
All right, all right. So now we can take a breath and we can decide what to do with our new prisoner here. Let's go after those Vikings. And yeah, we're just running down the Vikings here. Everything's looking good. I'd like to get the feudal sergeants as well. Okay, so we could exterminate the enemy king, or we could hold him for a ransom. Now, I don't exactly know what I would do with the money right now, because we do have a problem of not having really a safe corner. It's not like, oh great, I can upgrade Burgundy, because I mean we're gonna lose it. Like pretty much every territory I own is bordered by an enemy or a neutral faction. So like Rome is probably the safest place. Antioch is another place that feels pretty safe. But those are also not useful places to develop really, because we can't really attack who we want to attack at the moment. Money's not going to make our ships better in the short term anyway. So if we do get a big ransom, that's fine, I guess, but then their king, they get their king back. I don't know. I kind of feel like we should probably just go for it. It would bankrupt them, maybe, right? It would hurt them if they had to ransom their own king. So that's, I guess, a reason to do it. I just don't know. Those spearmen are not much of a concern. All right, get this last little Viking, and then we'll try to get the rest. Okay, we've got a few more. They're probably going to make it off the field. Alright, but that's going to be all of it, I would say. Okay, so now is the moment we have to choose. Kill captured soldiers. Yeah, let's do it. I know they're just going to have another king. And we killed a useless king he wasn't useless, but he had a lot of bad traits. That said, every step we take, you know, on this journey is helpful. Okay, what's that? I see a rebel army. I don't know why I can see this, but there's a rebel army here. So that's nice. Oh, the Byzantines have Tunisia. Wow, okay. Well, good for them. So every step, every family member we kill is going to strengthen our position relative to theirs. And why can I see this stuff all of a sudden? I guess it's because it's the AI's turn. But they've got a couple of strong armies in Livonia. Okay, they don't have Prussia, but they do have Pomerania. And the English still have all of the British Isles with the exception of Ireland. Okay. And that's held pretty strongly, but it's totally inaccessible to us and to them, actually, because there's no port. Well, okay, we lost Burgundy. It looks like the Spanish are going to move in. That's just fine. The Danes are, like, doing nothing down here. Okay, they moved into Venice. That's fair enough. And that'll be very nice for them, I'm sure. But we've got nothing in Germany anymore, right? That is just totally gone. And we've got an army in Rome, but it's kind of blocked off. We could attack the Pope to move through if we really desperately felt like it would be useful. But I think we're trying to establish ourselves around here right now. I think that's the goal. We could, like, force out the Italian king, right? If we attack Toulouse with our army from Aragon, we could kick him out of there, and then we could link up our territories if we wanted to do that. However, then we'd have this and this that would be accessible to the Danes. Toulouse is not very well built up, and you know, I think having a citadel is going to be, it's really important. It's my only one, so I think we need to try to preserve that. Anjou is a place I'd like to have, so maybe we assault that next turn, or maybe we immediately turn and hit Ile-de-France. But there's a prince up here in Friesland, so I think we need to keep going in that direction. Although he can just hop around via boats, can't he? All right, well, Burgundy's lost. Aragon is invaded. Okay, so we're fighting for Aragon. Oh my gosh. So we are a little outnumbered here. But it doesn't look like the reinforcements are going to decide it. It's going to be the first 16 units. And we've got 4 archers, 2 pavies, 2 regular bowmen, 1 understrength. And they've got 2 only. Okay, so that's nice to see. We're even in terms of stars. So Valor's about even. We've got some armor and some weapon upgrades on a couple of units here. We do have 1 sword. And they've got 1 sword as well. Better valor than ours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's call it 5 Viking units. And a couple Spanish Trinettes. We've got 3 Spanish Trinettes, a Teutonic Knights unit, you know, several spears. Okay. Yeah, I think this would be an okay one to fight. Maybe what we ought to do with Aragon is, you know, after this battle, really take a hard look at what we can train and leave as a unit that can withstand a siege, and just kind of dare them to do it. So we leave an army, you know, assuming we win this, which we may not. This may all be a moot point. But if we win this battle, maybe we would be better to use this army to just continue to keep them on their toes in Iberia. And so we just keep attacking wherever we can. And we leave like 3 or 4 units inside the castle, right? So if they attack, they're going to really want to assault, because otherwise they may just never get the place. All right, spears, not a lot of great units. Let's go with the spears. I mean, they're okay. They've got an armor upgrade, and if we can work the hill to our advantage, that would be good as well. Here's our attack infantry, which I guess I want. Ooh, we've got some trees, actually. I naturally focus on the hill, but we've got trees right at the edge of the map. This is a really nice position for those trees. So let's go like that. I don't know. I mean, it might be a problem in the sense that the Vikings could get up there, and they're going to be pretty good in those trees. But we can keep our eye on it. All right, we're going to have to readjust because I expect they're going to try to get up here around us. So if they make a move in that direction, okay, all they've got is these Spanish Chouinettes. Let's go ahead and put ours on engage at will. We've got 2 Valor and some nice upgrades. They've got, I think, the same amount of Valor. And if we can eliminate one of their cav units, I think they've only got the 2. I wouldn't mind saving my bolts for their infantry because it seems like we're going to be, I don't know, doing more damage to them. Let's go here. Yeah, I want to sneak back here so they can't just run back to their army. We still don't know what's up, it seems. Alright. And they're attacking, but we got them from a couple of different sides. Let's keep the militia sergeants hidden. Well, I guess we're not hidden anymore. Alright. Awesome. And they should run right off the map. There's your exit, guys. Alright, I want to make sure they really leave. Great. Great, great, great. Okay. Back like this. Well, that's a very nice start. We do technically have reinforcements, so let's slightly change the flag, I guess. Maybe I'll move these guys down the hill a little bit so the tree's not such an issue. And the archers can maybe go up. Okay, they're not going towards my right. It's kind of a relief, actually, so I can bring those guys out of the woods and use them for a downward, charge. They're going right at the limit of my missile range. I think they're going to start to swing around now. Time, I guess, to bring my guys out of the woods. Let's march them over here. And the Jeanettes. Yeah, I guess we'll have them on the right still. These woodsmen, I think, would be pretty nice targets for my general. If we can get a nice charge. I mean, they may try to completely outflank me. We can bring these guys around all the way, too. Alright, let's group them up so I don't have to do the box select thing anymore. And, you know, we can use these guys, I guess, as bait. Right? Move them, like, here. Not within archery range, but just to maybe draw some of these units back this way into firing range. And we are going to start firing here. Alright, these woodsmen would be great to hit. Let's do it. arms sergeants, chivalric sergeants, and lots of Vikings, as we would expect at this point. Okay, they're sending militia sergeants this way. Kind of nice. And these guys are apparently charging up the hill. I think we're going to head downhill with the feudal sergeants pretty soon, or the feudal men-at-arms, to hit these 44 feudal sergeants. And the Teutonic sergeants can just do what they can, right? There's only 4 of them. You know, they're a good unit, but I think this is a good engagement for them. Yep, stop firing at that unit. I thought I already told you to halt. And let's go downhill at the Spanish Jeannettes, I guess. See if we can foul up some of their uphill charges. You guys can race around and just ignore. Didn't mean to do that. Bring the feudal men-at-arms over. And the militia sergeants, too. Okay, we got chivalric sergeants heading up the hill. Let's hit them with spearmen. Shoot. You know what? Let's go back downhill. I don't like that engagement there. All right, Vikings are winning easily. Vikings winning here. Right, don't get caught by the militia guys. And maybe we can run down their general. Certainly try to sandwich them. They've got archers and other stuff here. Alright, let's give you a march order to swing back around in this direction. Oh, Vikings attacking. Let's get out of there. Up the hill here, and crossbowmen. What are they doing? Okay, just getting in the way. Getting in the way of my Jeannettes. We are doing a lot of damage to them. Spanish Jeannettes, back up on top of this hill, please. Okay, back down. Hit the Spanish Jeannettes with my general. Yeah, crossbowmen running away. Okay, great. Let's go back and hit the Pavis. Nice.
Unfortunately slain before the pox.
Okay, we want to get back up the hill. We don't want to get caught behind this cliff, I think. Okay, nice. Running away. Oh, great. Very good. Very good. Finally. Finally, things are going my way. Alright. Let's charge those Vikings. I think, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll keep going, following the routers, following the general trend of the routing. Yeah, because a lot of these guys are going to get caught up in the morale debuff range. Alright, our feudal men-at-arms still doing well. We've got some militia sergeants, some spearmen still. Okay, but chivalric sergeants, I really... Okay, good. Their morale is low enough. Let's turn back and deal with them, actually. Make sure they truly leave the battlefield, and same thing with these crossbowmen. But our Jeannettes did quite well, right? Very few losses. Okay, we've got some routing here, feudal men-at-arms. So maybe we should pull back a little bit, actually. Put the militia sergeants there, get some support down. This is Vikings. Let's get up on this hill. Okay, we can ignore that one crossbow man. He's just fine. But down here we can get some javelin throws in. I think these guys maybe just be withdrawing. no more reinforcements. What did we have? Like a single urban militia? Nice. Alright. Now change your fire there. Okay, they're running away. The Vikings, I imagine, are going to be routing pretty soon, too. Let's, in fact, kind of hit them in the back, or the front, whatever it is. They've lost their valor. There they go. They've got some reinforcements, so we're not getting the retreat message. Yes, 10 Spanish units. So, you know, we don't want to go too far away from our little hill, but at the same time, I think we're good. What they had is pretty weak stuff for reinforcements. So let's just make sure the militia sergeants don't get away, or, you know, small enough numbers so that they won't come back. I want to get like under 10, I think. And actually, you guys are probably okay in terms of fatigue. Oh, nope. Let's see. Will you withstand another hit? Yeah, you will. Just for a second or two. But I don't think we lost any men. And this guy's got 7 Valor. 38 Teutonic Knights with 7 Valor. That's very nice. Now this guy may come back. The 12 Spanish units here. These woodsmen are marching and not routing. Bring the general back. Alright, we'll just follow those Jeanettes. And let's see. Yep, some Pavese crossbowmen. I think that's about it for their reinforcement units. And yes, I've let some guys you know, go a little farther than I had originally intended, but I think we're okay. 10 Jeanettes, 31 crossbowmen. A few chivalric sergeants. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's get the Pavese guys. Let's maybe get the archers too, if we run out of stuff to do there. And the rest of it, this is just cleaning up. So, fantastic. Oh, finally get a loss here over in the Aegean. But we do have the Golden Horde around here, so I hope they've got our backs in this. I don't think they're at war with the Danes yet. Still holding our own in the Sea of Crete. And we did get a ransom, so yeah, I ransomed back those 500 men thinking, you know, I beat them once, and that got us quite a lot. Now, the general, too, was a 3-star guy, and he... Okay, we definitely routed him. And I can't remember... No, I think we killed him. So whoever is taking over is not going to be the same guy. So I don't think he's going to get any routing traits. But we do get a little bit more money, and that's important because we're just about in the red. So I didn't realize how close we were to insolvency there. Okay, Danes are now the richest. And they're down here in Valencia. So that's very interesting. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, we'll have to see. The Danes, King of the Danes has been killed in battle. His heir is taken over. We're going to hold on to Venice for a few more years. Anjou is going to hold out for 2 more. Saxony for 2 more. And we've got odd number of toes. A blackmailer, that's not good. -3 loyalty. And scant mercy for Lord Utenheim. So that's just +1 dread for the moment. Let's check out the... Ooh, blackmailer. That's real bad. You can go there. Okay, 4 shields is good. 3 is actually not great. I guess that's fine. A 3 shield guy off on his own. And we've got 6 or 5 shields there and 4 shields there. It'll have to do. It'll have to do. This is going to fall, so 2 more seasons in Anjou. Alright, so this is what our realm looks like now. I think we're making progress. I do think we are. I know it doesn't look like that. We're going to lose Saxony. And that is very unfortunate. But I'm kind of wondering, you know, the Danes are allied with Hungary, so they're not going to be fighting with them over these places. They are not allied with the Spanish, but neither are they at war with the Spanish. So similarly, this territory is probably not going to go to the Danes. In other words, the North Germany-ish, apart from the coasts, is pretty safe from Danish rule at the moment. And I know that it would be better if it were under my rule, but it's kind of good that it's you know, it's guarded by the Hungarians and the Spanish, right? So that's denying that territory to the Danes. So what do the Danes have now that's giving them money? Well, for one, they've got like Anjou here. Now, it's hard to tell exactly what this is. Okay, so 275 is what this is making right now. There's some trade goods here. It's not trading anything because it's you know, under siege, but probably not a lot. This is just, you know, a couple of trade goods. So we destroy this, right? Maybe they'll try to hit me in a couple of different places. And in the meantime, I think we keep up the pressure, right? Maybe we go, maybe this is the turn we go for Ile-de-France here. And that's going to maybe keep them off my back. And I say Normandy they can just have because there's nothing here. And if we can establish this little couple of territories for ourselves, what do they have here? Okay, a whole lot of Vikings. This is... I do not enjoy this. I'm really not a fan. It's 1276. They just shouldn't have these Vikings in the middle of France, right? If this was a unit that you could, here's the way I would do it. Okay, Vikings are cool. You can have one of two options. You can have them during the early era, anywhere at a fort, or you can have them all three eras, but in Scandinavia, right? So that's to cut down on this ridiculousness, because they're probably training Vikings down here too. I mean, I can't tell exactly what they can train, but it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so I think we're going to do that. We're going to move into Ile-de-France. We're going to hold on to Anjou and hope that we don't have to suffer a big counterattack. And now this is their new king. This is King Hardicanute II. Now, I believe there is another prince somewhere. We saw him up here last time. I don't see him there now. It's not always accurate. The little crown symbol doesn't always show up. But there may be another king or another family member. Let's try this. Okay, this is it. This is the last king. If we kill him, the faction is dead. He's not married. There could, however, be an underage heir from the previous king who may come of age like next year. Oh my gosh, okay. So here's what we have to do then. We have to throw everything at Valencia. If the king is not here, and he's already eager to retreat, that's great. So that's -2 morale, natural leaders +2, so that cancels out, I guess. But -1 valor because of hedonist. We've got our Spanish genets. We've got some crossbows. We could do this for sure. The only problem would be if they bring in a bunch of, you know, a bunch of units from anywhere else, right? They could move all these guys up from Algeria, where also it seems like they've been training Vikings. So come on, guys. So yeah, let's just keep moving around, keeping an eye on where they have territory. But I think that's going to be the move. Now, do I have a tiny pathetic unit? Like, you can stay behind. And we're going to lose almost all of our money, but let's go with... Let's see, Spanish Genets. Upkeep is 50. Upkeep is 45. I think we've got enough cav here-ish. So let's go for swords. And let's take a look. And the glorious achievements. Okay, we've got a new goal here. This may keep us afloat a little bit longer. As you can see, the Danes are climbing up very quickly. So 1275 is the goal we just reached. The next one is going to be 1300. And this is the Hanseatic League. So again, we control more than 2/3 of North Sea trade. We're getting these points somehow. That makes no sense. I'm sure this one is bugged. But I'll take it. If we end up getting the points, I will take it. Homelands, we've got almost none. Got a few conquest points now, which is kind of impressive considering the poor return. 5 provinces only gives you a single point, so we've conquered 10. And again, I'm not sure how that is measured exactly in the game, because it's not like exactly like we don't have 10 provinces barely, right? Anyway, we'll not worry about that too much. This guy and this guy, what is the chances of him? Okay, that's 17. That's not good enough. But we are training. Ooh, Conrad of Marburg has 3 valor. Any possibility? No, 0%. Well, that is a shame. That may have to do with the zeal of the region, the piety of the king. Yeah, 4 crosses. I don't know. Now, I also don't know if we've got a border fort here, but that's what we'll use the Inquisitor for. We'll move him up into Genoa to see if it is safe. And otherwise, we're going to have to move him, oh, probably all the way up here or something, but we can't go to Brittany either. It's kind of crazy. All right, I think we have to end the turn. Very low taxes in Aragon. We're probably going to be broke next turn. And since we no longer can trade up here, we may as well bring all these guys down, right? Bring them all down to the Sea of Marmara, and then bring them all down here. Similarly, we're not trading over here, so we'll move those guys up too. We now have a caravel plus a bark, and he's got a caravel. So it's still probably better for our defense if we wait for him to attack that stack, I think. All right, let's make a little save in case something goes horribly wrong, which, you know, it may. Man, the Golden Horde is just going for it. I really appreciate that. And the king is going to Genoa. Okay, we're going to call off that attack. So, we're invading Ile-de-France, and they've got almost nothing here. Is it because they're attacking Anjou? It probably is. So what we need to do then is get all of our cav in the first wave. And we want to obviously make them flee, and we have to catch all of them. This is the slightly annoying thing about this game compared to like Rome Total War, where in Rome you can, you know, not be so diligent. Are they just going to withdraw though? Okay, maybe not. The game will give you a gimme in Rome Total War. If you've killed something like 85% of the enemy, their forces will melt away, and you won't have to chase down all of them on the battlefield. Because in reality, like, once they crest the hill, right, like, realistically, our guys would be able to follow that up. Alright, we're just going to run up and start shooting. Longbowmen. I want to kind of preserve the longbowmen, I think. Let's move you guys out to the side. You guys out to the... Actually, move you to the front. Let's get the Slavs up. Actually, maybe everybody can... Yeah, that's good. That's just fine. They're going to run down up the hill. Militia sergeants are going to be the biggest issue here. So let's everybody halt and choose your own targets. And I don't mind if they break through, honestly. If they break through and hit my archers and cause a rout, kind of okay with that. I want to get Ile-de-France, and I don't want to have to wait around for a siege. Alright, I like to see that coming down off the hill. Peasants and urban militia. But we've got to be ready to move on them to get all of them. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Let's throw in... Alright, mounted crossbows go after the archers. And everyone needs to kill all of these peasants. Not a single one of them can get off the battlefield. Oh. I don't know if we can do this. Every single one of these archers. Well, they're going at kind of an oblique angle, but there's just so many of them relative to our cav. 19. 38 peasants, yeah. Yeah, we're cutting them down pretty slowly here. Alright, let's speed it up and see what the damage is. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of them left in the castle. That's disappointing. Okay, we've got it under siege. It's just a keep at this point. And Anjou, this is the big one. So, 1,200 men versus 958. It's interesting how the size of these battles is changing, right? Whereas I think in the last episode it was like 3,500 versus 4,000. That was I think the biggest battle we've seen, and now this feels like an epic clash, and you know it is, but it's much smaller numbers. A lot of Vikings though, because you can't not have thousands of them. Okay, once more, we're going to get rid of the ballista here. We probably want our cav much farther. Even these feudal knights with just one guy, I think they can have an outsized impact. And we'll just tidy this up a bit here. Okay, I think that looks pretty reasonable, but as for what's up here, yeah, I guess we're just going to go with it. I don't really see anything that I'd rather have as 20 mounted crossbows, so they'll make a good reinforcement unit, and since, again, we're being attacked, we can just hold back and hope to get a few kills with a trebuchet, and hope Lord Utenheim can pull this one off. Okay, the terrain here is not good. It is a winter battle. They're on the attack, so they'll be getting tired. Although they don't have many armored units, so that's going to hurt us more than them, I'm afraid. Yeah, we don't have anything good here. I think we want to get away from the woods. And we've got a lot of archers. Very high valor archers, actually. Let's get the lower valor guys out front and the higher valor guys behind. Oh, whoops. Okay. Ungroup you. Right. I thought I was just selecting the 4s. Okay. There we go. And what else here? Handgunners may come into play. We'll get them right there, just ready for that eventuality. And we've got some Jabagi. We'll put them back with the handgunners. Maybe they can work in tandem. And Royal Knights here. Let's see. Let's maybe turn this since we're aimed kind of that way. Alright, we do have mounted crossbows. They are armored, so I don't think I want them running around the battlefield. Maybe just like that. And our feudal knights and mounted sergeants can maybe work together here in the back. Maybe, though, the mounted sergeants will work with the general. And chivalric sergeants is literally all we have for infantry. Alright. Again, battle. Let's get our assembly point flag. Oh, gosh. So this is Anjou. If we win this, we may get the city. Oh, Spanish Jeannettes. We are shooting at them, but not hitting them yet. What else do they have? Their general is urban militia. Okay, that's really nice, actually. 2 arbalesters and 1 archer, so not a lot for ranged, and that's their only cav. Alright, maybe we can do a run around the back. I know it's going to tire out my guys too, but it might be worth it. Draw some of them off, because again, the way our line is, if they just throw all their Vikings at me, I think I will lose. I'm going to engage at will, and just manage to avoid those Vikings. Alright, we're going to pull off a few of them. That is great. Alright, we're starting to get some hits. Oh, tell me that killed... Okay, a couple of Vikings. Good. That is very nice. We're down to 30 Spanish Junets on that flank. They're pulling off like 3 units to deal with those mounted crossbows. Oh man, oh man. Okay. Chivalric men-at-arms, that's bad. Theoretically, we could deal with that with Cav. Alright, we're going to go to engage at will. We're going to go to engage at will. We're going to go right into the middle of those Vikings, and we're going to try to drive away the Jeannettes. Move our mounted crossbow in here, and then back here. And then our spears, we're already routing. Our archers are routing. This may be the end of our Anjou offensive. Ignore the Jeannettes, get into the back. Alright, what are we doing here? Let's hit around into the urban militia. Come on, come on, come on. Everybody throw in. That's their general. Let's come back and see if we can hit their archers with 2 units of feudal knights. Break him. Nice. Okay. Now, let's get these stupid overpowered Vikings to rout. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, good. Spearmen routing. Nice. Okay. Let's go for the arbalesters. Do they have reinforcements? I'm wondering now. I don't know, but I think we have to keep on all of this. We got to keep on absolutely all of this, and we can't chance it. So we gotta keep up the pressure here. Where's my mounted crossbows? Good, good, good. All right, all of you Cav, come here. All of you Cav, come here. They're starting to reform. All right, yeah, go after chivalric men-at-arms. They're routing. They do have some reinforcements. I've got 9. We can bring some now. Oh, we lost a lot, actually. We could have started that sooner. Okay, arbalesters. Handgunners can move back. They're an armored unit. Oh, but we have to be careful of our trebuchet now. All right, get back, get back, get back. This could be a disaster now. Come back. Archers. Some Vikings are routing. That's good. Let's hit these spearmen in the flank with our feudal knights. Mounted crossbowmen coming. Right, I imagine they'll break. Maybe. Okay, what is this? I think this is all good stuff. Let's turn and face the arbalesters. Maybe we want to avoid the Spanish Jeannettes, though, and we have to watch out for trebuchet. I think I like it being on fire at will in a way. Once they start routing, though, I'll take it off. Okay, Royal Knights, get away from those Jeannettes. The archers may come back. That's fine. Go after the arbalesters, please. And let's go back to the front lines. Okay, yeah, Vikings. Shoot. Mounted crossbows. Attacking Vikings. Fight them. Okay, that solved the trebuchet problem. Feudal Knight, go after these Vikings. You guys withdraw. Urban Militia. Okay, you're gonna help out back here. So we're gonna do Feudal Knights. Yeah, you're gonna help out back here. You're gonna help out back here. I think we can do this. That guy is annoying. Okay, these guys are fine. Where's... Alright, we'll go back there, and the Feudal Knights are going off after these guys. Okay. Chivalric Sergeants versus Militia Sergeants. Let's charge into them. Let's do it. We've got a few more knights coming for... Did I just order you to attack a different unit entirely? Yeah, I did. Yeah, jerks. Okay, archers, Jeanettes. Alright, all this is now good. I mean, not great, but good. Urban Militia, archers, halt. Alright, you can halt, and I think you can halt too. We're going to hit the Spanish Jeanettes. Alright, and we need to get over here. Okay, and you can come back. It's just ridiculous for you to be way over here. And what are you? Mounted crossbows? Okay. Alright, we got him actually. Let's keep... Oh, yep, let's keep on him. Let's keep on him. Oh no, we've got a feudal... an extra feudal knights unit. We'll use them here to get these archers. Okay, what are you doing? You're going to chase down my mounted crossbowmen. Alright, let's go in. And maybe they're not going to. Maybe they're trying to skirmish, but are just not very effective at it. Okay, so what can we bring? I guess another unit. That should be fine. Okay, I wanted you to chase those militia sergeants. And this is good. Except I just ordered you to do something different again. Okay. Let's come back with the feudal knights. We'll hit these Jeanettes, and they are firing at us. And I don't know if we're going to catch them, actually. Yep, and we're going to get them. Okay, great. Alright, we're just going to try to hit them as hard as we can. And we've got some new units coming on as reinforcements. It looks like these guys are heading away. We'll keep our mounted sergeant on them just to keep an eye. Oh no, they've got another wave. Okay. It is archers, spearmen, Vikings, archers, peasants. None of it really strong. Alright, we've got a single feudal knight. And we want to take care of those archers. And let's wait for them to get a little bit closer. We don't need to tire out our guys. So now, because this is a counterattack, if I win this, will we be able to just get the city, or does that reset the clock? I can never remember. Alright, we'll leave you, because I don't think you're coming back. And we'll go after these 17 archers. Alright, where's my other mounted crossbowmen? Oh, way over here. Alright, but it's nice to see the map at least. Snow is easing. I don't know if my handgunner's got any fire at the Vikings who are charging them. They may not have had time. Yeah, we're exhausted here, so this is not going to go well. And we've got our one mounted sergeant unit who's also exhausted. Oh yeah, they got Viking Raider Cav. That's another BS unit from Viking Invasion, which, you know, feels like they shouldn't have anymore. This is not a good unit, to be perfectly clear. It's just a very, very weak horseman. But this is like early era stuff, I would think. Alright, I think we need to stay on them. And I think we need to fall back because we are going to get a counterattack of some kind. Okay, you archers are now just melee. And we've got urban militia, some chivalric sergeants, and we've got some of these woodsmen and, you know, Slavs. I'll leave that one feudal knight right there. Alright, they are bringing out some more guys here. Viking thralls, some spearmen. Nothing too crazy, but I forgot my feudal knight is out here. Let's just throw him in. It's just a single guy. He's quite tired, but he's already beating them. He's doing great, actually. I want to wait for these spearmen. And they're going to get close pretty soon. And we should have a nice little volley. Nope. Did nothing. But we are reloading. There goes the feudal knight. Well, he's kind of a hero. Now we can bring on another unit. Go. What's this? Viking Raider Cav? Yeah, we saw them off pretty well. I just totally didn't notice. It was too late. There go the spearmen. The Vikings are going to go pretty soon, I would think, as well. This may be all they have. I don't think they have a very deep roster, so to speak, for the very end of the fight here. And I think we're going to be good there. Let's turn our cav around. All right, very nice. Yeah, 5 Viking Raiders. I think we could probably let them go. That's it. Beautiful. That was very touchy there for a moment. And given the positioning and the weather and just the units, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to pull that one off. Okay. I keep misclicking, though. Alright, we'll just chase these guys off the battlefield and get back to the campaign map. Yes, and now this is the invasion of Valencia. However, the king is gone, and so I am going to just withdraw from this one. It's a river battle. I mean, it would be nice to get rid of this general. Geez, could we do it? Because I've got the crossbows, and he has only one ranged unit. Let's give it a shot, actually. I was just planning to withdraw, but if we can get into a position where we can get into... And this is... Okay, this is just the one bridge. Brisk with rain expected. Sure. I mean, I know we are going to be depending on our archers, but at the same time, we do have some light cav we could kind of move across quickly. Okay, let's just group everybody so we can march them down towards the bridge. They're going to move back a little bit. And we're just going to get the Pavese guys up, because I know that we can have them retrain. Okay, the range on them is pretty decent. Like, if we get here, we might be able to hit their crossbows and slash or also be hit by them. got to be real close. Okay, just not close enough. And they would probably move back anyway. Let's see if this does it. Nope. Okay, so what we can do is get our guys ready. We'll move our spearmen on either side of the bridge. We'll get our militia sergeants here. We'll get our swords here and our archers and behind, I guess. We'll get our general right over here. And now we can just give them an attack order. And I guess it doesn't really matter which one of these guys we use. Let's go for them. Let's hit the... let's see. I think it would be good to bait the Royal Knights across. We're going to get shot. It's going to be ugly. Alright, we're doing some damage. But check out how our Pavizes are holding up. 15. Alright, about half of the unit's gone. I mean, our unit. Alright, that's 50%. 14. Okay, what are they doing now? Let's maybe move them both down. Those feudal sergeants, you know, the Royal Knights, this is stuff that I don't know that would be able to really deal with. So this is going to be a failed attack because we're just going to time out. We're going to do some damage. Hopefully we're just going to end up back at Aragon with no harm done. Alright, 13 men. Alright, let's see how this works out because I'm hoping we're not going to take a bunch of extra losses. Alright, and we got enough ransom to keep us afloat for another year. Great. Loyalist revolt in Flanders, sure. Siege in Venice, okay, we're going to lose that. Anjou, yeah, that did reset the timer, so another 4 years. And Saxony's about to fall. Oh, wow. This guy's got a 5th rank. Beautiful. Lord von Maren. Okay, that's our Inquisitor, by the way. That's kind of nice. So we caused an Inquisition in Tuscany by accident. So if you leave your Inquisitor in a province with nothing to do, the zeal's going to go up and up and up until it hits some threshold. That threshold is nowhere explained. I don't believe there's any way you can find out how high the zeal of a province can get. But once it reaches that number, your Inquisitor, if he's got nothing to do, if he's not like actively performing a trial on a specific character, then he's going to be left to his own devices, and he's going to cause a general inquisition to run rampant. And that, there's this number of people killed. I don't know that this means anything. Maybe it does, but it's never been clear to me. All I believe happens is that there's a public order penalty to the province where an inquisition like this happens. The zeal also drops. It doesn't drop to 0, but it drops pretty low, kind of back to its natural floor. Again, whatever that number is, it's nowhere explained. And then the cycle starts again. So if I leave this Inquisitor in Tuscany, we'd just see this going on every few years. The zeal would increase, bit by bit, until it reaches this point, and then the zeal would drop back down again. Now that is useful to know, because if you are trying to set up a crusade path, then you want to have high zeal provinces for your guys to march through. So you can kind of, get an Inquisitor out ahead to raise the zeal in the provinces your crusade is going to travel through. The trick there is you don't always know what those provinces are going to be, but you can kind of seed the way for a higher zeal. And you can also, I've heard stories of people using Inquisitors and using this very thing, this Inquisition running rampant, to incite rebellion in other people's provinces. So like, for example, the Byzantines are an Orthodox faction, but they're in a province that has enough Catholic presence that this could be a problem for them. I don't know that it is actually going to do anything in this case, but it might be kind of cool. Okay, I've got another son. Prince Friedrich has come of age. Okay. Great. We're getting some strength around Rome. All right, so because of that, yeah, wow, we've got 100% zeal in Rome. That's crazy. So if we were to start a crusade from here, that would probably have a lot of units in it. And here the zeal is 90%. Why is it so high? That's after an Inquisition. Wow. But as you can see, the loyalty is still 200%. So that Inquisition does not seem to have bothered the Tuscanese very much, unfortunately. Okay, let's go over to Genoa. Jeez, that's where their king is now. Ah, that's the safest place for him. Well, I do see a backdoor channel. We don't have either of these provinces yet, sadly. But we could march through Toulouse. 3 years here. We could assault, we could take Ile-de-France. Because I'm really tempted to try to go for the king. But, on the other hand, he could just withdraw. There's a port here. So he could just leave Genoa, right? This is the same guy. 14% chance. And 17... Let's try it. I've only got 2 assassins. I've got basically nothing to lose. I don't think there's border forts here. There weren't when I was there. We'll see if it's going to work. If it works, it's amazing. If not, unfortunate. But yeah, I think it might be better. It might be better to just try to hold France. Right? Even though that's right next to the Spanish. Well, when I say hold, I guess I really mean we could take it. Like, we could assault these, because we do have a trebuchet. Alright, so I think that's what we'll do. We're going to assault both of these places, and I'm going to play them out. Okay, we're going to assault Anjou, we're going to assault Ile-de-France. We'll see what Anjou looks like afterwards. This place does have, some farming upgrades. It's got a castle. This place as well. But I honestly wouldn't mind salting the earth down here and withdrawing my armies somewhere else, like back down to Toulouse, over to Provence, right? Over to, for some reason, we still have Milan. Like, no one's bothered to take that yet, even though we're going to lose Venice. But yeah, like maybe just getting back around over to Genoa. I don't know. I feel like we need an inland province, an inland core, right, for heartlands. But we need to get these guys in on the action. Let's see. We've actually got almost 6,000 now, and we're losing 1,000 a turn. We could build another assassin. He's going to have 1 point of valor. Right, valor +1 on this alehouse. The quickest thing would be to attack the Byzantines. Hit him in Tuscany and probably win and then be able to push through. But again, the thing that's so difficult here is if we can eliminate the faction, all their fleets go away. They don't turn rebel, they just disappear. It's beautiful. If we could eliminate the faction, that would just solve our problem, right? Obviously, it would solve the problem of the Danes. They'd probably re-emerge pretty quickly. But you don't know where that would happen. It's not going to be everywhere. And, the thing that's annoying about this is we can't transport our troops to support ourselves because they've got this naval superiority. And if we try to outbuild them in the Navy, which I'm going to stop doing at this point. It feels like there's no point. If we try to outbuild them, we'll just go bankrupt. So we'll go back down here with our ships, and we'll maybe just, I don't know, we'll do what we can with the ships that we currently have, but we're basically going to lose those fleets. So we'll do this. We'll take these 2 provinces. We'll see where we stand. Maybe this will regularize our income, right? Maybe if we take over these places, we'll suddenly start making money. If that happens, then we can really start evaluating how this is all going to go. So I think that's going to be the end of this episode. We have seen the death of a Danish king. We're ordering the death of the last one remaining by assassination. We'll see if any of our agents get through. Meanwhile, we're going to be assaulting in central France and trying to take some territory back. So this has been another pretty eventful one. And just to sum up where we are, yeah, that's it. That's the Holy Roman Empire currently. So, I'd appreciate any input in this one. I'm recording these fairly far ahead, but I always love to see comments, especially in terms of strategy. Like, what could I be doing better? What would you do in this scenario? I just like hearing that kind of stuff. So if you've been watching, thanks very much, and I hope you'll stick around for the next episode. Until then, take care.